There's a secret about backpacking that almost nobody talks about. And the strange thing is, the people who know this secret almost never try to explain it. But once you understand it, you'll suddenly understand why so many people keep returning to the mountains again, and again, and again. And here's the weird part. It's not the views. It's not the adventure. And it's definitely not the gear. After more than 30 years of hiking and backpacking, I think I finally figured out what it is. And when I tell you what it is, it might completely change the way you think about backpacking. If you watch YouTube or scroll through Instagram, you'd think backpacking is all about things like ultralight gear, epic views, crazy adventures. And sure, those things are a part of it. But if those were the real reasons people backpack, most people would try it once and never do it again. Because honestly, sleeping on the ground, carrying a heavy pack, being cold, being tired, and hiking uphill all day is not exactly the obvious recipe for fun. So the real question is, why do people do it? Why do people plan entire vacations around walking in the mountains all day, sleeping outside, and then doing it again the next day? What's the thing that keeps pulling people back? Because once you notice it, you realize something really strange is happening out here. Most people don't notice it on the first day. The first day usually feels normal. You start hiking, you set up camp, you cook dinner, and then you go to sleep. But somewhere around the second day, something weird starts happening. Your mind gets quiet. You stop thinking about work. You stop thinking about emails. You stop thinking about all those things that normally fill your head. And instead, you start noticing things you normally wouldn't notice. The sound of the wind moving through the trees, the rhythm of your footsteps on the trail, the way the light starts changing in the afternoons. And slowly, without even realizing it, your brain starts shifting into a completely different gear. Modern life moves incredibly fast. Think about your normal day. Constant notifications on your phone, text messages, traffic, meetings, deadlines, news on every channel, social media. Your brain is constantly being pulled in thousands of different directions. And when you live like that long enough, your mind never really gets a chance to slow down. But something different happens out here. On the trail, there are no notifications, no traffic, no meetings, no deadlines, no constant stream of information. Your world becomes incredibly simple. You walk, you drink water, you find a place to camp, you cook dinner, and then you sleep. And the amazing thing is, when life becomes that simple, your mind starts to change. If you talk to people after a backpacking trip, you'll hear something really interesting. They'll say things like, "Man, it feels like we were out there for weeks, even if the trip was only 2 days." Or they'll say something like, "I feel like I've been gone forever," but not in a bad way, in a good way, almost like time stretched. And the strange thing is, almost everyone says some version of this, even people on their very first backpacking trip. And for a long time, I never really understood why that happened. But eventually I realized something. It's not the trail that changes, it's the way we experience time. Out here, life slows down to the speed that humans were meant to live. Walking, watching the weather, cooking food, sitting around a fire, watching the sunset. These are the same rhythms humans lived by for thousands of years, long before smartphones, long before highways, long before modern life started moving at the speed it does today. And when you step back into that rhythm, something amazing happens. The days start to feel longer, moments feel bigger, small things feel meaningful again, and you realize something you probably didn't notice before. Most of us aren't actually tired from doing too much. We're tired from living too fast. And that leads to the biggest secret in backpacking. It's not about gear. It's not about views. And it's not even about adventure. The biggest secret in backpacking is that it gives you something modern life slowly took away. Your time. Out here, time stretches. A single day feels full. Moments feel real. And for a little while, life moves at the pace it was always meant to. That's why people keep coming back. Not just for the mountains, but for the feeling of finally having enough time again. And once you experience that, it's hard to forget. Because the moment you go back to normal life, you start to notice how fast everything moves again. Which is probably why so many backpackers spend their time planning the next trip, trying to get back out here. Where life feels a little quieter, a little simpler, and time finally feels like it belongs to you again. That might be the biggest secret in backpacking.